Short-lived. You knew that I gave you a chance only because you begged me to. I was too used to being alone, a bit lonely, yes, but overall fine and content and surviving. Never thought I'd need someone to be by my side, especially you. You knew that I opened my heart to you on that warm summer day when the heat was unbearable, the mosquitoes were flying away, and your being your annoying self never quite catch on what I said and meant and did without me explaining it out loud. I never knew how much or how often you'd been pretending to not know me while you understood me so well like no one else would. You knew that I gave you my hand only because you were so persistent on taking it and never letting go. For a second, you made me believe that I too deserved to be loved in return for the love I gave unselfishly, unconditionally, unwillingly to the others. You made me believe that this time is one rare time when I reach for the door and let you in. You'd be the one staying for a long time, refusing to go even when I persuaded you to. But you know that nothing lasted forever. Moreover, the love you bravely proclaimed to me on that chilly night under the stars when we were walking slightly apart while gazing at the moon. You knew that you would eventually give up and give in, running out of patience, waiting for me to open up my heart, to share my life, and give you a little space in it. And I knew by the look in your eyes, the day you had come and grabbed me by the throat, choking me, taking me by surprise, for I had dared to dream that you might last forever, or maybe a bit longer than the rest. I didn't know how many words coming out of your mouth were true or else, knowing that sweet talk had always been your forte. I didn't know how much tears were sincere enough that made me want to wipe them off your cheeks for the last time. I didn't know how much you had planned on leaving me before the day you gave me your hand and I accepted it. But I knew how much it hurt me to know one thing I had been hoping not to happen, but happened anyway in the worst possible scenario I could think of. You left not because of your free will, you say, but because someone else told you to ditch me while I hadn't grown too attached to you. You left not because you didn't love me anymore, you implied, but because you never loved me from the start. It was a game to you, to conquer and to master, to prove your superiority by destroying my fragile image of self-worth and love and respect. It was a game you enjoyed playing, for you're addicted to test yourself and check how much you influence people and how much you have a say in their lives like in mine. You knew that despite all the affection and romantic calls and long walks we took, we were just not cut out for each other in this lifetime or the next. You with your game, I with my longing. I should have known that your love would be temporary and our relationship short-lived. But you came to me the day after with flowers and chocolate and down on two knees, begging me for another chance. I knew that I was running away from you, ruining my life, but I eventually let you come back to me. Then you stood there with your arms open, taking me into them. As soon as I ran and hugged you, like nothing else mattered. I wanted you to look at me, but your gaze kept faltering to whichever corner I was not in, and I realized deep down that your love for me was short-lived. Our love, our relationship, our plans, our pledge to one another, everything went according to your plan, and there I was, waiting for other players to come and do as much as your scenario instructed them to. Even though I stood there and gave the other new woman useful heads up about what kind of person you were, nobody would believe me. They would see me as a vengeful person, a scorned woman, as someone who needed to be pitied. The jokes would be on you. I would make sure everything would be hell once you decided to leave me and start something new. Everybody would know what kind of person you were and how short-lived everything you thought, said, and did. Everybody would know that despite your foolish grin and boyish charm, you're nothing more than a predator who preyed on people's hearts because you thought by hurting them first, they wouldn't be able to hurt you in return. Everything about you was short-lived, and so was my empathy towards your tearful confession of how afraid you were to be lonely and left out. You messed with the wrong person. I couldn't tolerate any more of your lies. I couldn't change you, but I knew how to appreciate and love myself more. Everything about us was short-lived, but not this eternal longing I felt burning me whenever our eyes met, our palms clasped, and whenever you told me to lean on your shoulder, to count on you even for a bit. The longing kept running and suffocating me, for I knew not what to do as I watched your pretty lips mouthing the words, "Let's break up," over and over again, until my ringing ears became deaf. I was torn between love and rage, understanding and disappointment, latching on you or letting you go. But then I came to realize when you turned around and showed me your back for perhaps the very last time, I loved you, and I would for the days to come, just because you were the best and worst and most short-lived decision I had ever made.